Well, I never thought much on it.
This is very important.
That's incredible.
Wow. You done give me a powerful lot to be a-thinking about.
But the essence of letter 12 is that final oneness, and with it you have three major forms. You have the artist who creates beauty, and I think letter 12 is always prominent in the really great artists, whether it's Neptune or Pisces or the 12th house. The really superior artists always have an emphasis on letter 12, because they're looking beyond the here and now pleasure of Venus, which is the other artistic planet, the pleasure of the world right around us and sensual satisfactions, and the aesthetic graphic arts of Libra, line and form and design, photography and architecture and things like that. But Neptune is looking for the ideal beauty, the ultimate infinite beauty. And then the second form, of course, is the savior. Anybody who's healing, helping, teaching, preaching, making a better world is a little bit of that savior trip. Trying to make the world closer to our ideal of how it ought to be. Doing something to bring the world to that ideal. If we're doing either of those, we're okay. If we're not, then we have the third choice, the painful one, and that's being a victim. And the victim, of course, is the person who has that same beautiful dream as the artist and the savior, but he just isn't doing anything very effective with it. He's just wishing the world were beautiful, wishing the world were ideal, and feeling miserable because it isn't. Or he's looking for in ineffective ways, whether it's drugs, or alcohol, or illness, or psychosis, fantasy on a backboard. I can't find my beautiful dream. The world has to give it to me. I just will retreat from the world. I don't like that ugliness. It's miserable. I don't want to face it. So that's, of course, the negative side of this, which is unfortunately too emphasized in the books. Instead of the positive potential, the artist and the savior. So if you see anybody playing victim, get them into artist or savior. The one thing you do have to watch when you're playing savior, that you don't go just a little too far. Because remember, if the savior goes just a shade too far, the savior becomes martyr, who is then victim. So you have to know when to stop being savior. Up to a point. When you start to feel harried and victimized yourself, you've gone too far. So you do your savior thing because you enjoy doing it, gives you a sense of fulfillment, and when you start to feel martyred, quit. The other warning signal for would-be saviors, and astrologers, many of them are would-be saviors. They really does attract the savior types. The other warning signal, which is very important for astrologers, is if you see that your help is weakening the other person instead of making them stronger. Watch out. And that is so easy for astrologers to slip into. You get those clients that call you for a good day to buy a new hat. You know, what should I do today with my life? Watch out. The people who want you to take total responsibility for their lives, every decision in their life, that's not helping. That's weakening the person. You've got to pull back. Even if you enjoy giving help, you've got to pull back when you see that happening. It's a pretty